So I have a green screen, and that is just the wall behind my room. That's it. And here, sometime this year, we're gonna take the green screen down. I'm gonna paint that wall because I've been using a green screen for years, but I want to move to a painted wall because my wife has to clean the green screen from time to time and throw it in the laundry, and it's just over time, it's just a big hassle, and it would be better if we just painted the wall. So I think at some point this year we're gonna paint the wall. The problem is timing because in order to do it, that's a concrete block wall. I gotta strip it, I gotta prime it, and I gotta paint it, and that's a multi-day process, which means like there's gonna be days when if I gotta try to do that in between major releases because I don't want to be streaming new games when I'm in the middle of like a remodel and so it looks like shit. And it's not something where I can have that green screen up while I'm streaming because if it's got fresh paint on the wall, I can't really have that up. So it's a timing thing right now of figuring out when we're going to paint the wall. The other thought we have had multiple times is I've thought about moving away from a green screen. And what Primboys just said in chat. I've thought about moving away from a green screen and using like having a room, having a shelf with shit on it and stuff. The reason I haven't done that today is because I'm very reluctant to collect things. But I have been getting swag sent to me by companies, and so it's starting to collect. Like I just came home, like we had like last year, Adam Fall sent me a cool swag box. Um, I've got a couple of different companies have sent me stuff in the last 6 months. I just walked home with a Starfield swag bag from the event, and this has got stuff in it. It's got like a plushie, some other stuff. Um, I like, I mean, it would be cool to have that stuff on display, but then I have to build shelves, and because I have concrete block walls, it's not as easy as just having drywall where you can just very quickly stick up some shelving. It's like I gotta actually, get tapping screws and I gotta get the thing. It's kind of a pain in the ass to do it. And also, I've been reluctant to do it just because I have a very small office, which also is um, it's a small office. And so the way I have it right now is I'm facing the mini split up on the wall, which means when it's hot in like June and July, and I like to sit here with the air conditioning blasting straight on my face, right? And because it keeps me cool, because I'm a sweater. And if I do shelving, I would need to turn to face the long wall, and then I have to like. There's no good way to do that because on this wall I've got a door right there, and on that wall is a window. So there's no. I would have to do a complete and total rehaul of the entire office if I was going to move to using shelving. But if you go back about if you go back 4 years on this channel, you're going to find videos of when we first moved into this place, and I had my office set up, I had my desk set up in the corner. The bed was where it still is, but I had like a shelf or a bookshelf, and on that bookshelf I had like Lego boxes and collector's editions of books, and I would put my Christmas tree on there and everything else. But I eventually took it down because we had issues when we first moved in. We didn't know this at the time, but when we moved, we had issues with termites. We had to get rid of the termites, and so they ate the bottom of the bookshelf. So then we just decided to move around so that I didn't get as hot. But we did just put a secondary roof on the house, put a rooftop garden. We just documented that over on the Homestead channel. So this year it shouldn't get as hot, so I might not need to worry about sitting right here with the AC directly on my face. I say all of that to say that I like the green screen because I like, you know, it works for the room and the space that I have. I don't necessarily feel that there's enough space in here for me to do a trophy wall. Um, and if I did a trophy wall, I would have to completely revamp how I do the office. One option, which I have thought about, is turning the desk and having it be in this corner and facing at a catty corner angle back towards this wall, and then I could have the shelf wall here and a shelf wall here. But then where do I put the bed? Because I have a bed in here that I use when it's hot. This is the only AC room in the house. So here's a perfect example, guys. You won't be able to see this on TikTok, but I'm gonna show you guys on the YouTube stream. Here's the perfect example. You see all that shit on the floor? That's just boxes of stuff. Do you know why there's just boxes of stuff right behind me? Because we have a small house, and that shit's just it's just stuff. And the problem with getting sent swag and everything else is that it's just stuff. So we have a storage room over here that's completely full, and then I have overflow now starting to fill up my office. Like those are like those red things down there are camping chairs. Um, and like one of those is like the PS5 Pro box. The other one is the box for my new laptop. Like I don't know. It's just stuff. So doing a box of shelves, I don't know. The other thing with shelving is it's more shit to clean. So then it becomes this other thing of like it's an additional task that I have to take care of when it's stuff that's up on the wall and you have to worry about keeping it humidified and not humidified, keep the mold off it, and you got to worry about bugs and dust, and it's it's just a pain in the ass. Do I have childhood trauma where owning things feels like a liability? No, it's not childhood trauma. When I moved to travel full time, so at the end of 2007, I moved abroad. I left the United States to travel full time, and I moved off to Bulgaria. And I sold my truck, I sold my tools, I sold all my furniture, I sold my 2 desktop computers, I sold everything I owned. I had 1,200 books in my book collection. I sold 800 books on eBay. I gave away 200 books to my local library, and then I kept about 200 books, which are in storage at my sister's house. And then I have a whole bunch of shit that I collected over the years. Like I have a really cool, I have a Sting sword from Lord of the Rings, and I've got collector's editions of like EverQuest 2 and Vanguard Saga of Heroes, and all that shit's in my brother's house in boxes. It's like, I just found that once I started traveling for a living, I literally became addicted to living out of a 35-liter backpack. So with a 35-liter backpack, a laptop, and a camera bag, and that was it. And being able to rent fully furnished apartments where I didn't need to worry about owning any of the shit in the apartment. I would show up, I would spend $500 a month, fully furnished, internet, utilities included, and all I needed was my clothes, my laptop, and my camera stuff. And I did that for a long time. And it was very liberating to not have to worry about shit. I could just pick up, and in 15 minutes I could be packed up and out the door to the airport and on to the next destination. And I did the digital nomad lifestyle for a very long time. And I just am very reluctant. Like, Chris and I were joking about this the other day. When we moved to Mexico City, we ended up taking a bunch of stuff to her mom's house and sticking it in her old room. And then when we came back from Mexico City, we had to we had to go hire a moving company to move us because we had accumulated so much shit in 4 years. And then since we've been here, we've accumulated even more shit. And now it's just like, there's just stuff. We have a food processor that I bought 6 months ago off of Amazon that still hasn't been taken out of the box. We were looking at it one day going, hey, we'd like to get a food processor because Chris makes a lot of hummus. And she just boils the chickpeas and she puts them in the blender and just does it that way. And we're like, would it be easier if we get a food processor? So a food processor was on sale. I bought it on sale. It's on the top of the shelf in the kitchen. It's never been opened. It's been there for like 6 months. Because we're just like, the blender still works. It's like, so we bought something that we're not even using. So it's like, it's just stuff. So, painting the wall is easy. Putting up storage shelves is a pain. Cleaning the storage shelves is a pain. I don't know. 35 liters is almost nothing. It's very, yeah, Dribrom. It was very minimalistic for sure. Very minimalistic. 70 milliliter though. I think if you're going backpacking though, I think that for hiking trips it's a little more. Bethesda style storage headaches in real life. You're not wrong. It's like living on the Millennium Falcon, just a little bit. What's up, Arcane? Yeah, the DLSS stuff is a huge difference, Gray. Does this playthrough have mods? Yeah, a few. Just like some Bethesda creation stuff. Anyway, that was a good sidetrack conversation. So we are debating whether or not we're going to do a full remodel or if we're just going to keep the green screen. I don't know yet. So stay tuned because we'll make a decision on it at some point this year because we literally just finished the rooftop garden edition and then we still got to get a stairwell built outside. And what I'm kind of waiting to see is how hot this office is going to get this summer with the new roof to see how much that brings the temperature down. Because the mini split has struggled to keep up with the temperatures in like May through June when it's like 45 to 50 degrees Celsius outside because it's a west facing wall and with direct sunlight on the roof, like you could literally feel the heat coming down from the roof, like a meter down from the roof because it's just a concrete slab. So now that we have a sheet metal rooftop garden roof that should keep the direct sun off the roof, and it theoretically, I've been told it should drop the interior temperature by 5 degrees Celsius. So I'm hoping this summer it won't be as hot. And if it's not as hot, I'm going to be less concerned about the position of my desk directly underneath the mini split where I have the AC like right in my face to keep me cool during the hot months. And if that's the case, I will be more inclined to do a full office remodel. We'll see. But I am we're totally thinking about painting that wall instead of the green screen. All right, I gotta go back to house. Where was? I want to find that girl for a companion. Sahima, I think her name was. Like, what was the house? Right, there's no plants up on the roof right now, Dribrom. It's just some leftover construction materials. Alright, this video shows where to find her.
You forgot me already!
You're not showing me where to find her. North of the morning device. Fuck, I don't remember what everything is in this place. I don't remember this at all. Nope, I don't play on the PC, so I can't give you PC specifications. I am on the Xbox Series X. The trip was great. There are shorts videos on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram which tease the trip and give you a little bit of information about the trip with some footage from the trip. How do I find House Kadik, damn it? Show me a map! I'm sorry, Google Maps cannot find this location. That's not what I wanted to do. Jesus. This is going to drive me nuts. I just want to find out how to find the entrance to House Dazik because it's not listed on the it's not on my map. I'm on Google right now trying to find this location. View on map. Thank you. Something went wrong. Oh my god. What the hell? Stupid wiki's not working. Like, it's not on my map anywhere. It's not listed as, like, House Kadik or whatever. Vacant house. You see what I mean? Like... Is that it right there? Aha! It is. I wonder why that's not listed on, like, the local map.
Dusty. Let's talk.
Dusty!
Never mind.
What's up, Barrett?
Sorry. Thinking of something else. Yes, Captain. I've been thinking a lot about my early days in Constellation lately. Got me pretty
How many
nostalgic.
hours do I have in
I started
Starfield?
digging in
Several
some old
hundred.
things.
I don't actually know.
Just sort of reminiscing. I found some of Irvin's last messages to me and thought I'd listen to them again to hear his voice.
Hope it was a comfort.
It was surreal, honestly.
Yeah, I have seen the
So
DLSS 5
most of the
demonstration,
messages were everyday
and it looks
things.
awesome. Can't wait to see
Lots of
technology continue to make the games we
excitedly
play
written
look
news
even
about
better than they exist out of the
biodiversity
box.
and plant life. But one thing stood out. In one of his messages, he mentioned this job that he took at a mine shortly before he died. He said something terrible was happening there, but the message was garbled after that. True, but this was different. I recognized this pattern from the war. A portion of the message was encrypted. Well, Vasco helped me decipher it. Turns out the message was from Irvin, and he was begging me to help him. The message was short, but his voice was pained. He was so upset.
Let's get the time machine.
I know this is probably long done, but I heard his voice. I can't just not look into it. So in this message, Irvin said he was being framed. He said they'll do it again. He asked if Constellation could send more help.
Who's they?
His former employers had some job he took before he died. I think it was a mining company. It is, but I was thinking about it, and well, It's
D&D
still
character
wrong,
was where the name came
right?
from like 30 years
So
ago.
I figured, hey, I can do some sort of a remote investigation here. See what I can find out. There's gotta be a paper trail, right? Now, I happen to have a trustworthy contact who knows a bit about law and owes me a favor. I'd need to pay in advance in case there are any access fees or bribes.
That should be enough.
That works. I'll tell them to go ahead with the investigation. You know, hearing Irvin's voice again made me want to help him, even though I know I can't. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
I appreciate that. It's going to be hard to get some sleep tonight after all this. But the fact that I'm doing something about it might be enough to help. Hopefully poking around in old records doesn't catch the attention of Hephaestus. Well, anyway, I'll let you know if my contact finds anything.
Alright, we're done with you. I gotta go find Sahima. I don't know which way she is, so let's go left. Sahima! No. Hip, hip, hip. Nope, you're not her. Where might you be?
Our physical house was spared in the incident. If that doesn't show favor...
No, no! I didn't mean to go out to Dazra. Back in! I gotta find her. I don't know where she's out in here.
Have something for you.
Do I still play D&D? Not really, not anymore. I did an actual play series 3-4 years ago. We did Starfinder. That's the last time I've played anything. I don't have time to play anymore.
I envy you. As an envoy,
Many other projects
I
in the
hope to become
works. I focus mostly on this channel these days. Matter of fact, I think the last time we played was right after we published our tabletop game, and once I finished that and it was out the door, I pretty much just moved on. I've dedicated a whole bunch of my life to tabletop.
Guide you.
We done. We got other fish to fry. I'm gonna have to go Google this shit, am I? Sahima!
It still remains to be seen if I have any work left to return to.
Sahima! Ah! Found her!
Vindicator, it's
Yep,
good
I'll
to
play
see you
GTA 6 when
again.
it comes out.
Perhaps the Great Serpent has blessed us with the second
Yep,
meeting
yep.
to make up for the first one. A hostage situation is hardly the place to make a good first impression.
Oh, I actually prefer to meet new people when they're under duress.
You may have a point. I do think hostile situations can help you measure a person's grit. Hopefully I showed I had plenty. Anyway, while it's good to take a breath and relax, I do like a good adventure. In fact, I have to admit, I'm a little envious of your situation. I'm stuck here in the house while you are traveling the stars, discovering new orbits, and building a bridge for the promised.
You could come with me.
I was hoping you'd say that. I promise you, you won't regret it. I don't want to brag, but I'm proficient at just about everything.
Don't forget to bring your knee pads.
Great! And so you know, I'm not just any crew member. I have a lot of practical skills, and I soak up knowledge like a sponge. The Great Serpent has blessed us both with gifts. If we work together, I know we can help each other grow them.
You've convinced me. You're hired.
Oh, thank you. I can't wait to start tinkering with your ship. We'll have to measure the progress in phantometers. But first, stupid question, but do you happen to know where my assignment is?
You know, if I didn't care about Barrett being with me right now, I would have her as my immediate companion, but I still want to have Barrett By the way, Barrett's not assigned to my ship. Okay. Oh, no, that's all I can put on my ship. Never mind.
Okay, got an assignment. Seems cozy. Heading there now.
Why do I prefer console over PC for games? I have videos about this over in my How to Make a Living as a Content Creator and Streamer playlist on YouTube. The short version, without diving into all the specifics, is that it is much cheaper to replace a console when it blows up than it is to replace a gaming PC when it blows up. I do not give a shit about graphics because the end user who watches my streams cannot see anything beyond 60 frames and 1080p. I don't play in 4K. And even if I'm getting 250 frames per second, you, the user, don't ever see that because of the codecs and the coding that happens because we are multi-streaming. So I can replace an Xbox or a PlayStation for $1,000 or less. A gaming PC costs me $3,500 to $4,000. So it's much cheaper to replace a console than it is a gaming PC if something blows up. Man hours on machines are a thing. The fewer man hours you have on machine, the longer you can make a device last. I prefer to make my $4,000 machines last as long as possible. On top of that, games are optimized for consoles infinitely better than on PC. Every single time I play a new release launch, all of the fucking PC whiny boys. Oh, my 5090. Oh, my 4080. Oh, my 5070 Ti crashes, blue screens, flickering texture, blah, blah. And I'm over here on my Xbox Series X or my PS just playing away. Zero problems. I have had my PlayStation 5 blew up last September. My base PS5 blew up on me, and I had it under warranty, and I got it replaced with a PS5 Pro. I spent an extra like $250, so I was able to get a replacement for $250. Had my PC blown up, even if I would have had it under warranty, I still would have had to spend, another $1,000 or whatever to replace the PC. And all of my shit is under multiple year warranty. But it's way easier to replace $1,000 piece of hardware than a $4,000 piece of hardware. So it's just, the easiest thing about consoles is just I get to play out of the box. Never had any problems whatsoever with anything out of the box on a console, ever. Consequently, I've also never had issues like all these other people cry about when I play games on the PC either. I feel like some people are just running such weird, outdated drivers and everything else that they have issues that don't affect the vast majority of the populace.
Go to the cave in my vision, near the edge of the crater. If my
That's a
vision is
different
true,
quest.
you will find him there. Let the great serpent forever guide you.
Oh, I have to assist her with this quest before we can move on to the next part. Yep, we've had that discussion many times, Stradica. Like, anytime somebody comes into my chat and complains about a game not being optimized, I always laugh because they're always playing on the PC and they're always complaining about how developer X didn't optimize game Y. And I'm like, you do realize that there are 5 million combinations of driver sets, chipsets, GPU sets, out-of-the-box controllers, generic things, people using 20-year-old monitors on blah 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 blah, and all these combinations, and it's impossible for any company out there, regardless of the budget, to be able to account for all of those permutations. Whereas on the console, everybody's running the same Xbox Series S, Xbox Series X, or PlayStation 5 or PS5 Pro. So it's really easy to optimize for console because everyone's running the same specs, period. It's so simple, comparatively speaking. My batteries just screamed at me that they're going low, which means I gotta go rob my television controller batteries. Have I had a PC explode before? Yes, it has been a few years, but I retired it in January, but the machine that I was using up until January it was covered by warranty, but they didn't have enough paste on the CPU, and I was playing Lord of the Rings online one day, and all of a sudden I started getting like lines across my screen, like in diagonals, like diagonal lines across the screen, like all in one direction. And then I quit the game, and they stayed on the screen. And yeah, the CPU didn't have enough paste, and so it had fried some stuff, and so I had to sit it in for warranty. And the fucked up thing was I had to fight with them because the first time I sent it in, they sent it back and they're like, we can't find anything wrong. And I like, the bullshit, you didn't find anything wrong, you didn't look. And so I sent it back in with a and the second time they fixed it, but I had to send it back in twice because they tried to claim the first time they didn't find anything wrong with it. And I was like, you're all are fucking lazy and you didn't look. And then many years ago, I had an NVIDIA card that blew up on me. Like back in like 2006 or something. That was also covered in a warranty. Ooh. Can I even get through that? Oh shit! I don't remember that. Where the fuck are we going? No PC, no problems, pretty much. Oh, I'm gonna go over here to my Rev 8 because we're closer to that. That's a cool screenshot right there. Oh, I forgot I leveled up. You fuckers! Oh my god! Barrett! Barrett, man, what happened? We got knocked out of our fucking rig, bro. What the hell?
Oh, good. My turn.
Apparently I can't shoot for shit. Oh my god! Oh, the lights just flickered big time, guys.
Let's finish this.
Chris and I are actually a little concerned about the... So, where we live, the transformers are really old. And it's gotten progressively worse as the years have gone on that we've lived here. So you see all that flickering? That's because the guy next door is welding. So the power draw on our neighborhood is because last year they added an apartment complex, which added 12 new air conditioning units onto the power grid, onto our transformer. It's like a 20-year-old transformer. And then the church next door, like 3 months ago, just added 5 big old 220 air conditioning units. They're on the same transformer we're on. And so now it's like anytime the guy welds, the lights just start flickering, and my UPS device behind the desk starts freaking out and turning on and off, on and off. We're pretty concerned because I'm pretty sure this summer we're going to have power outages because it's going to blow the transformer. I guarantee that transformer is going to blow this summer. It didn't blow last year, but we had a lot of breakers blew the year before because it got really hot. You know, it gets 115 degrees Fahrenheit, 50 degrees Celsius outside. You run in 25-year-old transformers. Everything starts to melt. We're not too far away. Oh shit, we got Starborn. Or something. No, these are those ghost things. Stop teleporting, you little assholes. I gotta find a way to get down into this cave. I do not remember this part at all. That's right, it is an incredible stream title.
Find anything worth selling or using?
Well, right now I'm mostly interested in how the hell do we get down there, Barrett? There we go. Oh, Barrett can't come in here with me. I have no memory of this. No, I don't have all the achievements. I don't go achievement hunting. You can see the footsteps. There's something happening over here. Oh, they're going that way. But I hear the voice coming over from the right. Yeah, right? Everybody's like, please destroy your whole career and ignore the NDA you signed. I don't know which way we need to go. I lost where the footsteps were going to. Oh, I see the footsteps. They're going up this way. Okay. Shit, did they go left or right? Oh, there they are. Oh, yep, we're in the right place. I have no memory of this. At all.
I speak into this void, and it answers with silence. Have you abandoned me, Great Serpent? Do
This
you
is my
not
third
hear
time through the
my
Unity.
pleas?
I hear you, speaker, and I'm honored by your presence.
You are promised a follower of the Great Serpent. Or does my mind deceive me once more?
The Great Serpent has guided me to you.
Yes, he works through you and built the path to guide you to me. I have reached out so many times to hear nothing but echoes. Yet you, an outsider, hear me playing. And for the first time, I hear you. Clearly your arrival here is fated. By stepping into this void, we are now linked. There is still reason to hope. The Great Serpent will see us through. But time is short. The bridge collapses. The gate is still open. The experiment still runs. Find me in the Scaled Citadel. I will wait for you there.
Oh, hang on. Okay. I was responding to a comment and then getting attacked. Okay. So this is a great question. Legend Killer just sent me a comment over on YouTube and said, "Hey, since you mentioned it, I bought your book, The Rising Storm, on Amazon a couple months ago. I'm halfway through it. I'm a slow reader, and it's very good. Just wondering if there will be a book 2 and beyond." And then on topic, never heard of Solasta until I found your channel, but I tried it and it's so good, both this one and the early access. The project he's referring to, which is the most recent book that I finished up, I think I published the hardcover of that in January of 2024